Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again with part 5 of my coffee journal. So this will be the last part before I actually get into decorating it, and then I'll do a flip through. So I'm doing the Midori tile type binding today, or spine. This piece measured 4 centimeters, scored at 1 inch either end, and then I poked the holes through the middle. This is just plain cardstock. I am going to put the calico piece over the top, and all I've done is put the holes through the calico piece so that it matches up with the holes in the card underneath. I really do enjoy this type of spine because you can't see anything on the reverse side, but I like both of them, but for this particular one I just want to do the Midori. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the calico down to the piece of card at the back just to give me some stability. Otherwise it makes it a little bit hard to hold everything in place. Just lining up the holes there. There we go. Looking good. The frayed edges are nice also. It just gives a little bit more texture. So now I'm just going to make sure that everything is lined up with the holes in my journal, and I'm going to use this wax thread. You can use any thread, you can use dental floss, you can use whatever you like. I chop and change, but this particular time I'm using some wax thread. I usually use about maybe 3 lengths of the journal. I often have way too much left over, but it doesn't matter. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Now, one thing I did here is I used a embroidery needle that was far too sharp for what I'm doing. It's much better to use one that's a little bit more blunt. And I did poke myself a couple of times. Now I've got the clips in there, the bulldog clips, just to hold everything in my journal together. And you'll see I'm struggling just a little bit here. Excuse my head coming in the middle just to get it through the first one. And you'll see in a second that because I've used the sharp end, it's actually come through the paper, which I wouldn't have wanted it to do. But oh, and there I pricked myself. So anyways, here we go again, trying to get it through. And I got it. Yay. All right, so this is just a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. You start in the middle, go up to one of the ends, then come all the way back down. So if you started at the top, come down to the bottom, and then we're going to go back into the one at the middle for your 3-hole pamphlet stitch. It's the easiest one, and it's used for most of them. So there we go. Again, if I'd used a blunter needle, it would have gone through a lot easier. The sharp needle, for whatever reason, it just didn't work. Plus, it doesn't always help when I'm filming because I'm trying to hurry it along. So I'm getting there eventually. I've turned it over now. Yay! Oh, I've got it through. It's not normally this hard, guys. I'm just making it look very, very difficult, and it really isn't. So all you've got to do now is make sure that it's really tight and that you've got a piece of thread on either side of the center so that they're not both on the same side, if that makes sense. And then I'm just going to take my needle out and do a box knot, which is left over right and right over left. I think I actually did a couple more just to be sure, but wax thread is fabulous. It doesn't come undone, and you just need to make sure that it's nice and tight. You don't have to snip it off if you don't want to. You can actually leave it long and you can put some charms on the end. I've just decided to snip it off at this point in time. So there we have it. It's stuck to my signature I'm only doing one signature in this one because I'm going to fill the journal with pockets and flip outs and other things like that, which I'll show you when I actually do the flip through. I'm not going to demonstrate all that. If you want to see how I do all the bits and pieces, please leave me a comment and I'll happily show you what I've done. So now I'm putting the glue on it, and then the most important part here is to line it up with the spine. You'll see that there is pieces on either end, so there's about a centimetre or half an inch on each side of the spine. You need that to be able to, for the spine to be able to maneuver and not be rigid. So I'm just sticking that down, making sure I've got it within the folds. I did use the Collall glue. I find that that's better than the glitter glue here. It doesn't seep through my calico, which I appreciate. So now I'm going to go down and glue the edges. It's going to hide the washi tape that I've put there, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Journals are really fun things to make, and you'll find that when you're making your journal, you're going to come up with ideas as to what you want to put in them and how you're going to finish them off. Once you've done the basis of your journal, meaning your cover and your signatures, it all just comes together with your pockets, the ephemera that you use. I like mine to be writing journals. I don't just do a picture journal or an art journal. I do like to be able to put in some writing places as well. So again, this is my coffee journal that I made. I did take it out of my 60th journal because it was just getting a frog mouth and just way too big. So I decided to make one just for this on its own. Here I'm using my bone folder just to make sure that the calico is gluing nicely into the crease of the spine. There is a little bit sticking up either end, but I don't mind that. I actually like it. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoy it. And get on and make your own journal. They're great fun. See you next time. Bye.